Big up yourself, 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 yourself.
I'm becoming conscious and am conscious to a point that I am the Word. And this is why it is impossible for me to die. The synonym finder, it describes everything that is the Word. And everything that you see the Word, or is a word, or is considered to be the Word, or whatever, that is me. And when you realize it, you understand that that is you too.
We're all little eyes. Yes, we are eyes, but we're not the big eye. How do you know that you're not the capital T-H-E?
Did you ever hear me say that I wasn't? But now it's time to get educated about your name. It's time to stop being a baby about your name and now grow up about your name. It's time to raise yourself up now about your name and understand why your name is put in that fashion. It's time to understand why your name has a first letter and a second letter and a third letter if it has all of those, or a fourth letter. It's time to understand why a letter would be duplicated in your name. If you carry the name Yod Hei Wav Hei, you need to understand, why does the name Yod Hei Wav Hei have a duplication of the letter Hey? Does every alphabet have a numerical value? Do it?
Yes.
It deals with numbers, right?
Yes.
What's the numerical value of Yud?
10.
10. What's the numerical value of Hey?
5.
What's the numerical value of Wav?
6.
It's a reason for all of that. What does Yud represent?
The open hand.
Well, it represents hand, period. You can be open or closed, depending on what time of the situation is or what the situation is. What the moment is all about and everything. You can demonstrate either or. But Yud represents hand, labor, creative force, life, energy. Huh? Hey represents what? Breath. Also life. Whoa, I wonder why. That's why it's so next to you so much in the name. It also means breath. Within. It also means to look and behold, because it means low. Hey means low as well, meaning look. What is the numerical value of Hey? 5. What's the numerical value of Wav? 6. And what does Wav deal with? What does it mean and it's all about?
Connection.
A connection, a hook, right? So let's think about this for a minute. Here it is. You have you, the spirit, hand, the creator, in the beginning, creating all things, and a professional at it. And here comes Hey right next to it, has the same spirit of breath and life. And it carries a numerical value of 5. And then Wav, dealing with a connection and a hook. Why would you put a Wav as connection and hook between breath Huh? And something to look at. Something that need to be seen. And then right after Wav, you see that it puts the same thing. Something that deals with the numerical value of 5 has the breath of life, and it also needs to be seen. What is that all about? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
I can tell you that you, the creator, dealt with Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 through 28, I think around that area, talking about let us create man in our image after our likeness, right? So when you decided to create all of that, it created that which has 5 senses. Huh? And put its spirit into the 5 senses. And called those 5 senses that carries its life and breath in it Adam. But I wonder why another Hay had to be created. Is it not in the scriptures to where it was the first Adam in the beginning? And then it had to be another Adam, a second Adam to be on the earth and planet? Why? Because the first Adam messed up. The first Adam didn't do what he and she were supposed to do. So now another Adam had to come that was just like the first Adam, but a lot different. And this was going to be the final Adam. It was going to be the last Adam. That's why the name ends with the Hay, because that's going to be the last Adam, the perfect Adam. The Adam that won't mess up. And within that connection, see that Wav is sitting there as a connection, letting you know that this Adam, that Hay, is the same as the first Hay. They're connected. And not only are they connected, both having 5 senses, dealing with the same situations, have the same breath. But one is going to end it all. And the Wav is sitting there with the numerical value of what?
6.
How long?
6.
How long? Notice I said how long. I'm indicating something to you. The Wav is sitting there telling you in the name when the next Adam is going to come about. Oh. The devil was given how long to rule?
6,000 years.
6,000 years. So here it is. The Wav is sitting in between the two Adams. The first Adam was sitting there, did all that he did and she did. Now a time frame is set in the middle. And after this time frame is done, then the next Adam is going to start making an appearance. That's too heavy for you right now. That's too heavy for y'all right now to understand that knowledge, that good knowledge. You're giving some serious information about the name that you never was taught before and had no idea about. You were never given this information about this name and understanding that the 5 senses was all about the first Adam. That's why it carries a numerical value of 5. And that's why it sits in the name like that. And that's why it's 2. And the Wav being there, given a time frame, see what you doing when you screaming my name, Yod Hei Wav Hei, all you doing is rehearsing and putting on the planet my calendar. That's my calendar. I laid out a calendar of when certain events was to take place on the earth. And I understand it even when everybody else won't understand it. Praise Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. Where do you think they got the information from that the devil was given 6,000 years to rule? That means somebody is privy to this information that I'm talking about. I must not be telling a lie, because the world is conscious. You know, those who are secret are conscious about the 6,000 years. That means they conscious about the Wav representing 6. They're also, the world is talking about 2 Adams. So they also must be conscious about the 2 Heys sitting in the name. They understand that very well. They know it very well, just you don't. That's why you run around and scream the name like a parrot and rehearse it. Yahweh, Yod Hei Wav Hei. And then the creator of the name, the one who know all about it, come and say, praise Yahweh, that's my name, that's my time frame, that's my table. I know, I understand the information. That's my ingredient. That's what I put here. To let the wise ones, the ones I put to sleep, know something. When I start waking them up, they'll start becoming conscious and understand and know all about what message that is. And it is, even right now, as this recording is being done right now, and then when it start touching the minds of you who is supposed to meet, who is intended to meet and come in the mind of those who it's intended to touch, you will understand what it is that I'm talking about. You will let the light start popping off in your head and saying, oh, Yahweh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember. I remember. I remember, Yahweh. I remember, Yahweh. See, you don't understand why Yud is set up like it is. You don't understand why Yud carry the numerical value of 10. But you used to. You used to understand why Yud carries the numerical value of 10. You used to understand and know why Yud split itself. Huh? You know, like an atom split itself? Yeah, that's what you did, and produced the 2 Heys in its name. You used to know that and understand what the purpose was for that. But you've been sleeping. And that's why I'm here to wake you up. Wake you up, you who this knowledge is intended for. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
Isn't it a joy? Isn't it a joy to know such information and be privy to such information that nobody else is privy to? Huh?
Yes.
To be the first ones to get information, that's a joy. But usually the first ones is always not the ones that still stick around. Because sometimes it's not meant for those ones, you know. They just there as, you know, the bodies to carry the message out. But then it'd be those who are meant to be there. Even if they wasn't meant to be there, they make themselves be meant to be there. See, Yahweh will do that. He'll make room for those who want to change and do that which they wasn't intended to do. If you show good enough will that this is the avenue you want to go down, he'll let you. He'll let you have it and let you see what you can do with it. Because you Yahweh too. So at any moment you want to take the steering wheel and operate, go right ahead, Yahweh. You got it. Just remember, practice safety. Be cautious. Be aware. Be caring. Be loving. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
All right, so we left off in class 4 with 1 Corinthians chapter